Up next in the Going Deep segment, brought to you by CO2 Lift, today we'll be at SkinSplendid in Montclair, New Jersey, with mother daughter duo Nurse Christy and Nurse Emma. Today we're experimenting with different use cases of CO2 Lift mask over different generations. We're going to see in real time how it improves treatment results, and we'll hear patient testimonials and reactions to the CO2 Lift products. Founded in 2020, SkinSplendid has locations in both New Jersey and in the heart of New York City. As a board certified nurse practitioner, Nurse Christy has worked in many areas of medicine, and her focus has always been on overall patient safety, health, and wellness through a patient-centered approach. Nurse Christy works alongside her daughter, Nurse Emma, a registered nurse with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing who is so passionate about skincare and injectables. They are quite the dream team. Let's go check out what the hype is all about. Follow me to Montclair, New Jersey. Okay, we've made it all the way up to SkinSplendid right here in Montclair, New Jersey, and we're about to meet Nurse Christy and Nurse Emma, mother-daughter duo nurse practitioners.
Hi, I'm Nurse Christy, owner of SkinSplendid.
And I'm Nurse Emma, and we're here to talk to you about CO2 Lift.
How did you first hear about CO2 Lift?
I first heard about CO2 Lift about 3 years ago on a webinar.
How long have you been using CO2 Lift on your patients?
I've been using CO2 Lift for 3 years now on my patients.
What would you most recommend CO2 Lift for pre or post care, and why?
We recommend CO2 Lift for pre and post care. We mostly use it for post care though. We send our patients home with CO2 Lift when they do a CO2 laser, which is a resurfacing laser, or a microneedling treatment, because those both involve a little bit of downtime.
You could also use CO2 Lift pre-treatment to make the skin, keep the skin healthy, get the skin really hydrated before a laser. And also we like to use it after injectables too, and also as a standalone treatment in itself.
Can you share a patient experience where CO2 Lift dramatically helped or improved a condition?
Yes, I had a patient who had acne scarring, but also very sensitive skin. We decided to do a laser on her, and I knew her skin would be really red after the laser. So after the laser, of course, her skin was very red and she was concerned about it. I sent her home with the CO2 Lift mask and told her to do the mask, wait a couple hours and do the mask in the evening. She did the mask in the evening and she called me the next morning and she was like, my skin looks amazing. It looks so beautiful. And she loved it. She contributed that to the CO2 Lift, really helping to hydrate and oxygenate her tissue.
What is the first step in deciding if a patient needs or could benefit from CO2 Lift?
The first step in deciding if someone can benefit from CO2 Lift is if they have skin. Definitely people over the age of 35, their skin starts to dry out. You start to lose some collagen. It's really good for stimulating collagen production. But I mean, even people under 35, I've used CO2 Lift a number of times to heal my skin after doing a little bit of damage to my skin barrier. So it's nice because it's good for all Fitzpatrick types. It's very soothing and there's no downsides or contraindications really to using CO2 Lift.
How long do the results last after CO2 Lift application?
Well, as with anything in skincare or aesthetic medicine, that varies and it's not really something that we think about. Skincare is a constant journey, and so we don't really measure results in terms of the days. It kind of has a cumulative effect where we don't focus on longevity. We focus on how your skin looks today and strengthening it for really the long term. But I'd say that we have people repeat CO2 Lift as often as once a week, once a month, once a quarter, whenever they feel like their skin needs a boost and extra support.
Are there any limitations to using CO2 Lift?
The great thing about CO2 Lift is that there are no contraindications or limitations. We can use it during pregnancy. We can use it if you have an implant or a pacemaker, and a lot of other procedures have these contraindications. CO2 Lift actually brings oxygen to the tissue, so it is very beneficial in any circumstance or situation. So we love using it for all of our patients.
It's such a good addition to our practice, and I can't imagine some of these procedures now without using CO2 Lift.
We really do see a big improvement in our patient's skin.
Nurse practitioner mother-daughter duo, Nurse Emma and Nurse Christy, are currently performing procedures on different generation of patients. Let's go see what they have to say about carbon dioxide therapy for skin rejuvenation. Nurse Christy is performing a procedure on our very beautiful patient, Dina. What procedure are we performing on this beautiful patient today?
So we are doing Skin Vive by Allergan. We love this treatment. This is actually a very thin hyaluronic acid. And what this does, unlike a traditional filler, this hydrates the tissue. So we just basically do very superficial injections right under the skin, and this hydrates the skin from the inside out.
So Dina, you're in your 40s, you look beautiful and radiant, you work in human resources. How important is it to love the skin you're in?
Well, we only get one face, and I feel it to feel comfortable in your skin is to feel good on the outside, which then drives, helps to drive your feeling good on the inside, and project confidence.
I love what you said. How long have you been coming to SkinSplendid?
Gosh, I've been coming to SkinSplendid now through 2 children, I feel like,
Yeah.
through the last 3 years. And I have loved every treatment and experience I have had with Nurse Christy and her team.
Now, carbon dioxide therapy has been around since the 1930s, but the method of delivery has changed very dramatically since then. It's now no longer injected into the skin, but it's delivered over 45 minutes cutaneously in a mask format that's so easy to use. It could be used as a combo therapy, an aesthetic monotherapy, and I know that Nurse Christy and Nurse Emma use this pre and post procedure. So let's talk about post procedure. So after Skin Vive, how are you going to be applying CO2 Lift product to Dina?
So we love applying the CO2 Lift mask after because with the Skin Vive, you could have a lot of little surface bruises. And so what the CO2 does, it's applied to the skin. There's a lot of CO2 on the skin. So the body actually sends oxygen to the skin to oxygenate the tissue, which decreases bruise time. We love that. And it also brings collagen and elastin and fibroblasts to the skin to make the skin heal quicker after a treatment like this.
We're sitting here with Dina Goodman, and she has the CO2 Lift mask on her face. We're going to get her reaction and see what she's feeling. How does it feel?
Feels cool and calming. And I do feel tightening and lifting and cooling happening as we speak.
So Skin Vive is one of Allergan's latest product lines, and it's interesting because it's really all about hydration, treating the skin from within, not just putting a Band-Aid over your wrinkles and your fine lines, but truly creating that hydration. And that's the trend we've been seeing. This fits incredibly, amazingly well with carbon dioxide treatment for skin rejuvenation. As we know, CO2 Lift. In this particular product, she has the Pro-On, available only in practitioners' offices, which is really important to note. But this particular case, the results that Dina is going to be expecting is exactly what she said. The cooling sensation, it's going to accelerate any kind of repair to the tissue that's been damaged from either injections or even from a hot laser. So these masks are incredible as a monotherapy, combo therapy, and we've been seeing an uptick in the Google search trend, carbon dioxide therapy. People are wondering what it is and how it works. It's been compared to a hyperbaric oxygen chamber at times. But to my understanding, you also have your mom here today.
I do.
Okay, tell me, is this a mother-daughter thing that you do as a ritual, that you come get your skincare done together?
This is the first time we're here together. I did inspire my mom to come get treated by Nurse Christy, and she has also been thrilled with the results of the multiple treatments she's received. We both value the way we look on the outside. We both value the way we feel on the inside. My mother's mother, my grandmother, always said that treating your skin well was critical, and so it is something that's generations deep.
Today we have the beautiful Sarah Goodman. She's a psychotherapist in her 60s, and she just had an incredible procedure done to address sunspots and hyperpigmentation. They're about to apply a mask on your face. Have you heard of CO2 Lift before?
I have. I actually tried it last night, and I loved it. I loved how it went on my face and what it felt like while it was on my face. And then when I peeled it off, my face felt so much more moist and firm, and it looked amazing. I was just shocked. I did it at night at the end of the day. And I looked at myself and said, oh my goodness, this feels really good. I'd like to do this more often.
So the reason why you did the mask prior to coming here was so you can really prep your skin, get that hydration at its optimal peak, and really get that skin ready for this procedure, the microneedling. To my understanding, they're going to reapply the mask post microneedling procedure. And I can't wait to see your reaction. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, let's do it. Nurse Emma has just finished microneedling on the beautiful Sarah Goodman, and now she's resting and enjoying a CO2 Lift mask. And we're going to get her reaction on what her skin is currently feeling. You look radiant. How do you feel in this mask?
I feel great. My skin feels kind of moist. I just had microneedling, and this is to help heal my skin and soothe it and hydrate it. And I loved it last night, and I love it even more now. It's cooling my skin, and it's just feeling very moist.
After you peeled off the mask last night, what did you notice?
I noticed that my skin was very smooth and just very moist. I noticed fewer lines. It felt really good.
This product increases hydration. Studies have shown by 117%. It's non-invasive facelift in a mask. You definitely have to check it out. Head to CO2Lift.com. But more importantly, find a practitioner, find somebody that truly understands your skincare needs and can help educate you in the process. Head to SkinSplendid and meet with Nurse Christy and Nurse Emma. That was our Going Deep segment brought to you by CO2 Lift. Thank you so much to Dina and Sarah for sharing their experiences with the CO2 Lift products. And definitely be sure to learn more about SkinSplendid at SkinSplendid.com. Check them out on the gram at SkinSplendid. And of course, do check out the mother-daughter duo themselves on the gram at their personal pages at Nurse Christy NYC and at Nurse Emma NYC. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. We'll be right back after this.
A Moment of Zen is brought to you by CO2 Lift. As we age, our skin loses moisture and elasticity, causing wrinkled skin. You can reverse this aging process with CO2 Lift. CO2 Lift utilizes the powerful benefits of carbon dioxide to lift, tighten, and regenerate your skin. This simple, painless at-home carboxytherapy treatment is scientifically proven to reverse the aging process. You will see reduction in wrinkles, increase in luminosity, and improve pigmentation, sagging, skin tone, and radiance. For more information or to order CO2 Lift, go to CO2Lift.com.